Hello and welcome. The wait is finally over. Tonight we're going to unbox, swatch, and apply the most sought after eyeshadow palette of the year, the ISAMAYA Core 2.0 eyeshadow palettes. So ISAMAYA released an industrial color pigments eyeshadow palette a few years back, the 1.0, which I have, and it's one of my all-time favorite eyeshadow palettes. It's so gorgeous. And then a few months later she released the industrial color pigments 2.0 eyeshadow palette. Unfortunately, it kept selling out and I could not get my hands on it. But finally, ISAMAYA reformulated, repackaged, and re-released the two eyeshadow palettes. So if you're a fan of relaxing, soft-spoken ASMR eyeshadow tutorials or eyeshadow swatching, and you need a moment to relax, or if you just want to hang out and chat for a bit and play with some makeup, keep watching. Timestamps and the products used will be listed in the description. Packaging is making it kind of hard to get this on camera. Like, look, that is like almost a full mirror. There's also some braille, if you can see right here. And I'll just read you some of the things on the box. So this is the ISAMAYA Core 2.0 eyeshadow palette, 14 shades. 14 richly pigmented eyeshadow shades. Add mixing medium to pigments to intensify or use as a liner. Apply with brush or fingers. Again, we have some braille here. I've been holding off on opening this box for like a week now. I saw some people have some issues with their shipping. It just arrived in essentially an empty box with no, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like safety. Gosh, what is the word? There was no like fluff around it to protect it. Why can I not think of the word I'm trying to use? But you know what I mean. It was in like a semi-large box with just this little box inside, which was wrapped in just like a sheet of paper basically. I saw some people commenting about that. Mine arrived the same way, so hopefully my eyeshadow palette is in perfect condition because this is not cheap. This is $110, and I really didn't even hesitate to add this to my cart and purchase it. Also, I was hoping that with the repackaging we'd get like a metal case. However, this is just plastic. That was my biggest complaint about the original industrial color pigments eyeshadow palette. This is just cheap plastic. However, the design is really unique. Also, I've seen people really hating on the new packaging, this like kidney bean. Personally, I love it. I think it's really like futuristic looking and sleek. I am really into it. It's also easy to travel with compared to this, which has some bulk. And this palette now looks just like this, but in a gold case. Alright, let's open her up. I am so excited. I don't think I've ever been more excited for an eyeshadow or any beauty release or to film a video, to be honest. Here we go. gorgeous. I'm so happy I finally have this. All the shadows look perfectly in place. There are no dents or anything. Also, I see a lot of people commenting that the different shapes of the pan means you get less product. All of the individual pans have a different depth to them, so they're all the same. It comes with this little inlay for the shade names. Also, there are each of the names with, again, Braille. By the way, I really need to redo my nails, so don't pay attention to those. Nice sized mirror on top. Okay, let's get into swatches. I have no idea what order I should do this in. We're going to start with this shade here. It's called Alloy. Oh, it feels almost like putty. It has like a transparent base, so it gives that red effect. Sulfur. Nice metallic copper. Wow. Just really glided on so easily. Next up is sodium. Also, I'm loving these names. Ooh. You see that color shift? Galvanized. I feel like this is the shade that everyone is always using. Wow. It's like a very ethereal lilac shimmer metallic. Cobalt. Ooh. It's like a metallic blue, but the base is almost like a reddish brown shade. That is so pretty. Or so pretty. This is gonna look so good with my hair color and my eye color. Carbon. It's like metallic chocolate brown. Nice shade to balance out all of these. Almost like, I don't want to say pastel, but I don't know, they give like both vibrant and pastel at the same time. Next up is patina. I'm so excited to try this shade. Oh my gosh. I need this on my eyes like immediately. This is like one of my favorite colors in the world. It's like slime. And then adding this like metallic iridescent element to it. Oh. That is one of the prettiest colors I've ever seen in my life. Like, that is me in a color. Refraction, I'm very intrigued by this because when I look at it, it looks like a reddish copper with like a teal blue color shift to it. But with the light shining directly at it, it's almost a completely different color. Oh, that is so interesting. Again, this is refraction. Wow. Let me like cover up the light, maybe. It looks completely different in real life than it's showing up on camera. It's super interesting. Oh, not tonight, but one day I want to do a look with these four. I'm gonna have to make a note to myself. I feel like I have so many looks I'm gonna want to do with this palette. Next up we have Polish. And when I'm looking at this right now, it looks like a kind of like a bronzy copper, but on camera it's picking up very pink. So I'm excited to see. Oh. Wow, it's like kind of like a bronze to a copper color shift. You can see there is some like red in there. Look, you can see the color shift. The light's directly hitting it here. Kind of turns into like more of like a bronze. Color shifting makeup is my favorite. Now we're gonna go towards the middle, Oxide. I love the way this one felt. It felt very silky. And that is magical. It's like a copper base with like a chartreuse green shimmer on top. These colors, I could like cry. These colors are so good. I went to just cover my body in them. Corrosion. Ooh. That one has like a semi-sheer base to it. It's interesting because it's almost like a sheer black base, which I don't know if I've seen before. Lead. And last up, Mercury. This one's super soft. I don't even know how to describe this one. This has to be one of the most ethereal shades I've ever seen. Here are all the swatches of the new ISAMAYA CORE 2.0 eyeshadow palettes. It's stunning. I'm basically speechless. Like, you have to see these shades in real life. Oh, wow, okay. Let's do an eyeshadow look. Oh, by the way, in my last video, I mentioned that I was dealing with like an armpit rash, and I had to get my armpits biopsied. Well, it turns out that it ended up being an extremely rare rash. Maybe I'll put the name here. But it basically only comes from chemotherapy, and I've never had chemotherapy, so that made it even more rare. And my doctor had to like go and do some research to see like what would it be from if it's not chemotherapy, and he said I'd have to get some lab work done because it could potentially be lymphoma or leukemia, which is terrifying. I debated even sharing that until I really know, but since I basically told you guys everything from the beginning, I figured I'm just gonna share it. So I got some blood work done today, and the results were posted to the online portal, and everything seems fine, thankfully, but I've not heard from my doctor yet, so I'm gonna let him explain everything before I make assumptions. I will say I made way worse assumptions before getting these results in. But yeah, I've been basically just terrified the last few days, but from the results of my lab work, at least according to what I could interpret, it seems fine. So yeah, I still can't wear deodorant though. I am basically like almost fully healed. I'm not in pain anymore, thankfully, but I'm just so ready to wear deodorant again. I feel like naked when I go outside without deodorant. So just not okay for me. Oh, and thank you all so much for your comments in the last video. Really appreciate it. Yeah, let's get back into the eyeshadow. I just wanted to give you a little update, but I am feeling fine now, so I'm going to start with a liner brush. This is a Refer 03, and go into that chocolate shade. Let's see what it's called. Carbon. So I'm going to take this just on the outer end of my eye for some definition. And this is definitely a palette that you can really just like get into it with your fingers. Just bring it out a little bit. And just connect it to the top lash. I'm just going to take my finger and smudge it some more. I just want some like a little definition before going into all of the different colors that I will be using. Again, just starting on the outer end of my eye. And taking it out. And then connecting it to the top blush. Use my finger to smudge it out. I was going to take that shade on a River 13. Just add a bit of definition right in the eye socket here. I also pulled out my ISAMAYA Lip Balm and lip gloss that I will put on last, just so we can have a little ISAMAYA moment. Just trying to like slowly build it up because I'm not too familiar with the formulas yet. Okay, so that's basically the base. I like really don't know what I want to do with this look, so we're just gonna play. I really want to get into this one, and was it this one? It was Oxide and Patina. So this one and that one. So I'm going to take a rough O2 brush, go into Oxide, just like on the tip of it. Place that on the lower lash, starting from like the middle. Go into inner corner. I wish you could see the shade in real life. The like chartreuse colored sparkles are so pretty. Now I'm going to take Patina on my finger. So good. Tap that in the inner corner here. Oh my gosh. It is just so good. We're going to the extreme a bit with this look, but I just need to like see these colors on me, so we're going to do this dramatic inner corner highlight, and it's going to get even more dramatic probably, Now I want to take this one, I think it was. Maybe let's do this one. I'm gonna take erosion on a tiny brush. Right in the inner corner. I kind of want like that pink shade there actually, or like this one. Which one was that? I think it was this. Polish. Really want to use this one, but I'm scared it's not going to go with the look. But at the same time, I don't really care. I want to just play with all of these colors. I'm going to take that Refer 13 and go into Refraction. Place that on the outer end. Now I'm going to take Galvanized with my finger. Oh my gosh. Gorgeous. Look how pretty that is. I'm obsessed with this green and the pink when it hits the light like that. I know I've done so much in my inner corner already, but I'm going to take Mercury with my finger. That is so magical. Look how unreal that is. I feel like I might have to go back into the brown and redefine this or something, or just like very messily apply it. Take that Repro too. Just gonna like messily bring back some of that definition. I don't even want the definition anymore, to be honest. Now I'm going to take cobalt, place that on the outer end. This one also has like a semi-sheer base to it. Be good for like a topper. On top of that, I'm gonna go into sodium. I want to go back into patina, I think. I'm going to take patina and a little bit of mercury. Place that on the brow bone. Look at all these color shifts. I feel like I should go into one of the oranges just because. So I'm going to go into sulfur. I just don't know where to put it really. Should I just go back on top of the blue? I don't know. I'll try putting it just like the outer third. My stomach's growling. I'm gonna be making rice and beans after this. We are kind of getting into child playing in their mom's makeup territory, but it kind of works. But I should probably stop. Look how gorgeous. I will be using this palette in a lot more videos. I'm gonna take oxide again. Place that just right in the center. I'm into this actually. Such a gorgeous palette. I'm gonna put on some mascara really quickly and I'll be right back. Okay, I kind of put my mascara on like very badly, but it kind of adds to the messiness of the look, I suppose. We're gonna finish up with some lips. This is the ISAMAYA Lip Balm in the shade Mortal. It's like a shimmery nude pink shade. And also the LIPLACQ in the shade Lotus. By the way, both of these have new packaging now. There's no longer this little piercing on the LIPLACQ, and that detail has been removed. This is like an iridescent, plumping lip with no burning feeling. I also love how this smells. It smells like frosting. And why not? We're gonna go into galvanized. I love that. Try out a little green too. Oh, that came out way more than I was expecting. It's giving like extraterrestrial at this point. I'm actually really into that. Alright, and this is my first ever look using the ISAMAYA CORE 2.0 eyeshadow palette. Change up the lighting some. So ethereal. Such a gorgeous palette. So good. Like, look at these colors. Cannot wait to play some more. Comment and let me know what you think. Let me know if you've tried ISAMAYA Beauty before and what you think. Let me know any makeup products you've been loving or what you have on your wish list. I'm curious. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe and click the little notification bell. And thank you all again for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.